So today we're going to do a live interview with another one of our members, Brooklyn. She has been in the program with us for the last 11 weeks and she is killing it. So we're going to invite her to chat about her transformation so far because she used to be part of different programs before, and she's tried so many things before, and she can also relate to a lot of people in the sense that she's super busy, on the go all the time with her career, with her family. She's busy, but since it started, she's gone all in and she's been killing the game, and I'm super excited to be chatting with Brooklyn today about her journey so far working with us, and just 11 weeks in, her transformation is just so insane. And I'm really excited to talk with her. Plus, she's a pleasure to chat with. She's super fun, and I'm really excited to do this. So in the meantime, while I do the thing in the back end here, just drop it down below where you're watching this from. If you're watching this live or if you're watching after I post a replay, and I am inviting Brooklyn right now. Go ahead and get started. Amazing. Yay!
Yay! I am not that challenging after all.
You got this. Awesome. You look amazing.
Thank you.
Awesome, Brooklyn. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me here. Now let's start off with you. Just, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, how old are you, what do you do for a living?
Okay.
Family, just go ahead.
So I turned 44 this year in like less than a week. So double quattro.
Woo.
I was originally born and raised in Montana, moved to Texas. I've been here almost 17 years now. Makes you feel really old. I just got married. I've been married for 3 years to probably the man of my dreams. It took forever to find him. We have a blended family. We have 5 kids between the two of us. We have 3 almost 16-year-old boys. We have an 18-year-old daughter and a 22, almost 23 college kid who drinks all my beer. So.
They start.
We live in Texas, so we're in Dallas.
In Dallas, Texas. Nice. Awesome. Awesome. And what do you do for a living?
I work for Lennox. I sell HVAC conditioners, air conditioners, heat pumps to HVAC dealers, which I was thinking about this earlier. Lennox is really big in Canada, so we work in a market. We're international, so.
Oh, nice. Shameless plug-in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just looking at the neighbor's AC, and I think it's Lennox.
Yeah. Pretty popular up north, so. Yeah.
Awesome. So Brooklyn, let's go ahead and start with how was your fitness, your life in general looking like before you joined the program? Because it seems that you have like a lot going on just with the family and the career and so on.
So I would say, I think I told you this once before, you laughed at me, but I compare myself to Gus Gus from Cinderella.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So I have these really cute little teeny tiny tops, and I could tell the fatter I was getting, the more my belly was showing. So I stopped wearing them, and I will say that my fitness journey has been a yo-yo, to say the least, and I'm sure a lot of people feel that way. I'm at an age now where I can't keep yo-yoing. I need to start taking better care of myself. I've been reading reports where women live longer when they start taking care of themselves, when they do resistance training. They have muscles. So heart disease and osteoporosis are some of the biggest things that affect women. And I don't want to be that way. So I kind of put my foot down, and, I've tried a couple cheater diets and things like that. And I've just learned that going back to the basics, which is calorie deficit and lifting weights and a little bit of cardio depending on, what it is. So that's kind of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. And where, what was the turning point for you, or what was the trigger for you that made you reach out?
I just was really unhappy with myself. I don't mind looking at my body, but at the point of looking in the mirror and I was just really disgusted with how I look, I was getting more and more jiggles. I could compare myself to the Michelin Man or the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. So I really don't want to look like that. And I followed a couple women on Instagram, you being one of them. And I'm like, she is really hot and I want to be hot too. So what do I got to do to get there? So it's kind of what kind of pushed me over the edge. I'm like, if she can do this, I can do this too. I got to be able to do this.
Love it. Love it. And you were doing other things before, right? At that point.
Yes, I've done some really stupid things. So, I've tried some of the fad diets. There's something where you can go in and you can get like your liposuction. Like I haven't done liposuction, but you can do it like where they freeze your fat cells. I've paid for that. That was a complete and utter waste of time and energy and money.
Yep.
Don't tell my husband because he probably doesn't know about that. So, just I'm not a fan of keto. I can't imagine sticking a stick of butter in my coffee and enjoying it. And so I don't know, going through and watching a lot of your videos, seeing what you do and understanding that you don't have to work out all day. We don't have time for that, but I think those are probably the things that really clued me into it. And I'm really enjoying the journey. So
that's amazing. That's amazing. And do you remember what inspired you to reach out to me specifically? Like this random girl on Instagram that you've never met before, you don't even know where she's at in the world.
Okay. So I was on a different program and I do like to, I appreciate her very much so for at least cluing me in. She taught me a lot about macros. And in that process, people were starting to come into my timeline that were, like they push you to see other people in that area, right?
Yeah.
And I started seeing videos from you and I private messaged you and I was not expecting a response anytime soon. And literally within 5-10 minutes, you responded to me and I was like, oh snap. She responded, like she cares and you had some good things to say. And every time I text messaged you via Instagram, like you responded, you gave me advice and it was unpaid for and so I appreciate that. And I think that's what kind of built the rapport and maybe even a little bit of trust, because I was like, okay, she knows what she's talking about and she's responding and she's not saying, oh, by the way, add your Visa card to blah, 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 blah. So I think that was pretty beneficial.
I appreciate that. See, people, I'm real.
Yeah.
Good. Awesome. And what was, at that point, when you made the decision to reach out, what was your biggest struggle?
So I'm on the road, like 7 out of 8 hours a day on I'm on the road all the time. I'm traveling in a car. I sit most of the day. I think my biggest concern was, how do I fit this into my schedule? How do I learn how to break away from the things that I find more important, which I love my husband and he probably thinks I'm a leech because I literally snuggle up to him 24/7 and I'm sure he's sick of me, but I needed to figure out how to put myself first. So those were two of the biggest struggles that I had. And talking with you were like, okay, let's do this. So
yeah. So just like figuring out something that would fit into the lifestyle that you have, super busy.
Yeah.
And hard to manage on your own, right?
Yes, I do better if I have somebody that keeps me accountable. I'm super competitive. I don't like losing. I don't like losing board games. I don't like losing competitions. And I feel hyper, like, I love, so the girl that did the focus last week,
yeah,
she had a banging body from before and after. And I'm like, I have to look like this chick. I have to look like this. She can do it. Andrea can do it. Like, so I'm like even more motivated to just compete in a very friendly way. Yeah. So
that's awesome. That's awesome. And what are one or two of the biggest takeaways or biggest lessons that you've learned so far?
Well, I have three. So from tracking macros, doing the reps, counting the calories, I would say the only person that you cheat is yourself if you don't log it. If you don't log the extra bites, if you don't log the alcohol, which I'm guilty of, if you don't log the chocolate, if you don't push for the extra rep, the muscles aren't going to come, the weight is not going to drop off, and the only person that you're cheating is yourself. And so I try very hard every day to be very real with when I'm weighing my food, when I'm, I try to overjudge instead of underjudge on food if I'm not, like I'm in a restaurant or something, because I don't want to cheat myself. I really want this to work out, and I want it to be a permanent situation. You had mentioned once, and I've seen it another place too, which is what does it take to really gain a true pound of fat? A lot of the girls will step on the scale and they're like, oh my God, I gained 5 pounds in, one day. Like, what happened? And it's like, you had walked me through the caloric intake of what it takes to get there. And it was like, oh, okay. Like, it makes sense. Like, there's water weight, there's period weight, there's, sleep, there's like all these things every day affect your overall, body, your weight, what you're doing. And so taking it and doing the averages, understanding what it, like, if you're seeing up or down, up or down, up or down, it's not necessarily like actual fat. So I think that was a really big takeaway for me. And then I think the third thing is one thing that I see in this group that I haven't seen anywhere else is the WhatsApp group that we have of the women that we can talk to. I've gotten more questions answered in that, I might have been afraid to ask, like sweating your ass off during workout. And then, I don't wash my hair every day. And so I asked, hey, what is everyone using for dry shampoo? Or like, what are you doing here? Yesterday, what kind of snacks are you eating when you want to kill everybody and eat everything in the house? And I love that everybody is super honest, super vulnerable, and they love to share. I think the group is important. Reaching out to the girls when you need to is really important.
Yeah, I love it. I love when you guys roll on a tent and just go. Amazing.
Yeah, so
that's awesome. And what kind of results did you get so far in 11 weeks?
So two things. I have actual muscles. They're there.
Look
my
at
little
that.
russet potatoes are growing. I don't have my Superman bat cape anymore. Like, it's half, so I can't fly like a squirrel anymore. I sit on the couch and I always tell my husband, hey, like, poke me here, poke me there. And I'm like, I have muscles everywhere. I have butt muscles. I have thigh muscles. I have boob muscles. My boobs look bigger. Like, they're not bigger, but like they look bigger. I have muscles everywhere that I have never had. Never.
Oh, that's so interesting. And how does that make you feel?
I'm stupid excited about it. I feel like a little kid again. So.
Gosh, that's amazing. That's so exciting. And like, how has that impacted you in other areas of your life?
My sex life is even more amazing than it was before.
Ooh.
I feel really good
huge.
myself.
That's huge.
It is. I don't complain anyways, but it's even better. Like, my husband tells me every day that I'm pretty. He has since I've met him, but he says it even more. And I genuinely enjoy feeling better and more confident about myself. So.
That's amazing. And I guess that boosts the confidence to just go ahead and buy new stuff.
Yeah. Well, even in more weights too. Like, I go into the gym and I'm like, you know what? I can do this. Like, this sucks, but I'm going to do this. I know what the results are. So, yeah.
Love it. I love it. And what else? How else do you think has those results has been impacting your life so far? Because you're just halfway, like you're barely.
I know. That's what the other thing I'm so excited. I'm only 2 months in, like 2.5, 3 months into this. I'm so wicked excited. It's teaching me long-term behavior. Not the yo-yo fad diets, not the let me eat keto for 2 months or 3 months and then go back. It's setting the foundation for me to take better care of myself so I can live longer, I can enjoy myself longer. Probably the biggest piece. I think long-term effects, and I'm genuinely in a better mood. I
love it.
Like looking at myself in the mirror. So
love it. That's huge. That's huge. I love that for you, and I love your excitement about it. I'm like, oh, this girl, love her. And what was there anything that you got that you weren't expecting?
Muscles. Muscles. No, I think I just got my mojo back. I feel like I don't mind people taking pictures of me. We had a party at our house last week and I wasn't self-conscious about being in my bikini, which I really wasn't before, but I look back now and I'm like, I really shouldn't have been wearing a two-piece before. So, I don't know. I think it's just giving me a foundation to really understand where I was, where I'm at, and where I want to be. So
amazing. I love that. I love that for you. And did you have, when we had our conversation, our first call, like, did you have any hesitation?
Oh, yeah.
Before?
Yeah. Because, well, like, you read it on the Instagram, on Instagram, you read it on Facebook. Like, I've been trying so many things. And I mean, I had a clue. I just really didn't want to do all the hard work. I was like, there's got to be a get rich quick or get skinny quick kind of way. And there's really not. You eat the weight and put it on. You got to do the job to take it off. And I think you really, you explained it to me and you're like, we can do this. It's going to take some time. We're going to put in the effort and the work. Don't be afraid of that. I think that was probably the biggest thing is like the results are there. You look at what you've done, look at what some of the other girls on the program have done. The results are there. So,
so whenever you join, like, would you say that your biggest hesitation was, is this going to work for me? Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. And what would you say to somebody that might be watching this or might be in the position that you were 2 months ago, just like scrolling through the video?
Right. I think the proof is in the pudding. I mean, I am actually hungry for some pudding right now, but I think the proof is in the pudding, which is you have a select group of women. You don't just go out and hire everybody. You pick and choose who you want on your team, who you want to work with, which is kind of one of those things that you're like, okay, well, I got interviewed for this and I wasn't sure if I was going to be selected or not, but it made me realize I had to put skin in the game. So it was me and you, and then looking at, again, all the Instagram videos, all the people that you've brought on, and you have your showcases of the people that you've brought on and seeing their results, and watching the Instagram videos, your workout videos, your tutorials on macros and things like that. What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah.
I mean,
Mhm.
you either you get on board and you get fit and you take care of yourself, or you don't.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah. And then you gain other things such as a
yeah,
better sex life and confidence boost. All of
yeah, yeah.
and you got to feel amazing and look amazing like she does. And what do you think is different in what we do versus what's out there?
I think the market is so convoluted with so many different things
Yeah.
that it's hard. People don't want to do the work. That's really what it boils down to. People do not want to do the work. They want something quick and easy. And the thing is I don't really even realize that it's been this long. I feel like we just started yesterday, honestly. And we're already, what, 2.5 months through this?
Yep.
And I mean, if you do the program based off the information that you provide to you and you follow the macros, you follow the workout routines, the results are going to come. They came pretty quickly for me. I feel like within the first couple weeks, I was super scared to send you videos
I remember
because
that.
you know, but I look now and I'm like, I know I'm doing this and I feel better about it. So I think that's you. I think that's important. And I think one thing that you do differently that I am not aware that other people do, which is you have a support group. And it's not just you and your team, but you have a support group of all the women that are in the program who can attest to. And do people trip up? Yes, we talk about it in the group.
Yeah.
And everyone is so willing to help you get back on track and make you feel really good.
I know.
And I think that support group is not typical anywhere.
Yeah.
I don't
Very
think.
tight, like tight group. I
Yeah.
love
So I think that's probably the biggest, most unique thing.
that's awesome. And what's next for you? Where do you see yourself a year from now?
I don't know. I am super competitive. I want the Andrea Carvalho banging body. So I showed a picture
Now?
that you posted the other day of your butt to my husband, and I was like, "This is the butt I want. Can I have it?" And he's like, "Why, yes, you can." So,
Let's do it.
yeah, I just gotta keep doing it. I'm motivated because I feel so good. My husband tells me I'm sexy. My family notices. My friends notice. People I haven't seen, in a long time notice. So that just adds to the motivation.
I love it. I love it. And that's because you put in the work. Like I said, you've been all in since day one.
Yeah.
All of the feedback you've been taking, you're like, okay, got it, doing it now.
Yep.
So that's so important because some people, they say, yeah, I'm gonna go all in, but when push comes to shove, they don't, right? So super proud of you for the hard work that you've been putting in because I know it hasn't been easy. Nor it hasn't been, every day rainbows and sunshines. But I'm super happy and super glad to be helping you through this journey.
Yes.
Not with the program, with the systems, with my knowledge, but also with the group as well. Because I know that's been an important part of the process too. Which it is, because we can go, we can achieve our goals alone, but with other people, it's just more enjoyable, and we can get a lot more out of it. So love it. Well, thank you so much, Brooklyn.
Thank you.
So proud of you, girl.
Thank you.
So proud of you. Just keep putting in the work. We're gonna get that butt.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get it.
Next level. You're just starting out. Like you're just literally starting out, and I'm so excited. What's ahead of you? And is there anything else that you wanted to share about the journey or about what's ahead or whatever?
I don't think so. Well, just enjoy the journey.
Yeah.
It's not always going to be downhill, but I mean, just enjoy the journey. I think that's the biggest expectation that I had is walking into this knowing that it was going to be hard, but wanting to enjoy it. Nobody wants to go lift a freaking 45-pound barbell with their hips and, do it 5 times for 10 reps. Nobody wants to do that and call that fun. But you do it, enjoy it, and like go get the grit, and the body comes with the work.
And then you enjoy the body. There you go.
Yes.
Love it. Thank you so
Yay,
much.
thank you.
So much fun. Oh my gosh, your energy is just all over the place. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, and have a great rest of the day and the week.
You too.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.